Kyrie Jesu Domine, dona eis requiem.
Good morning, and you heard the siren, and you see the cap. I'm going to be wearing a bandana later, but we put on the old black cap, brought it downstairs from upstairs, since I will no longer be doing videos upstairs till maybe next year this time, depending on when the seminary and how that year goes that he's here, the academic year. Anyway, one of the things you hear a lot of is narrative in the news, especially if you're in conservative circles. And narrative is what are the main talking points that are used by whoever controls the conversation. And in American life, for the most part, the conversation is controlled by the media, by big tech, by academia, and then by entertainment. Entertainment being the least credible of all of them, because after all, you're an entertainer. So I give you the least amount of credibility, although you can still be very credible as an entertainer. You know, there's no denying that. Because what you do doesn't necessarily eliminate or preclude how informed or uninformed you are. Just like experts can be wrong. And I say that it's okay to question everything. When did questioning become a problem? Well, questioning becomes a problem when the people in control of the conversation don't like the answers that you lead them to. And that's why narrative control is so important to the media, and so important especially to big tech. Those are the two big groups that are controlling conversations. The media does it by inviting you on talking shows where their goal isn't to understand your point of view. Their goal isn't to let you explain yourself. Their goal is to tell you why you're wrong or humiliate you. A good example of that is the recent interview that Don Lemon tried with Terry Crews, because Don Lemon was upset about Terry Crews' tweets because they were non-narrative. And so he wanted to invite Terry Crews on to prove him wrong. Didn't want to let him explain himself. Wanted to prove him wrong under the pretense of you can explain your tweets. I saw the interview and he goes, you know, I got an armadillo skin, Don Lemon. Don Lemon does not have an armadillo skin. I mean, he's got a massive freaking ego that allows him to dismiss things, but I guarantee he does not have an armadillo skin. Maybe having a big ego is Teflon plating, so that's true. I mean, Satan thinks himself equal to God, so perhaps there's something to be said about pride as a shield. But anyway, he invites him on just for a few minutes, basically, to lambaste Terry Crews about his criticism of Black Lives Matters. That Black Lives Matters only is concerned about police brutality. And that really is their only concern. They use the phrase Black Lives Matter, but it really is Black Lives Matter when killed by white cops or white people. Even though what started this all was George Zimmerman, the white Hispanic. The elusive white Hispanic. You'll see him on a documentary sometime soon. He's perhaps the one person who's maybe okay with all this. And I don't know anything about George Zimmerman's life, good, bad person, because apparently that doesn't matter any more than it mattered for George Floyd. His bad life didn't matter. What happened to him was how he was killed. Because when Candace Owens brought up the fact that George Floyd was a career criminal, that was used against her for, once again, ruining the narrative of black victimology. So it's all crazy. But anyway, you should watch that interview. Terry Crews and Don Lemon, just Google that on YouTube. You know, go to YouTube and search it and you'll find it. But that's why I don't like short form interviews, because short form interviews really are to bait and trap people. And one person who understands this is the White House press secretary. So she doesn't allow them to set traps. She sets traps and then walks off. So she's used their methods against them. And guess what? they don't like it. Boo-hoo. Why? Because it's about narrative control. Every group in power has used it, unfortunately, in negative ways. Even the Catholic Church, at various chapters in her life, has used narrative control to silence questions. And again, it has nothing to do with Catholicism. It has everything to do with humanity. People don't like disagreement. You probably don't, and I probably don't. But we should be able to handle it with charity and patience if we're disciples of Christ. Have a good day, everybody. If you didn't like this, you shouldn't have watched it. But if you did like it, thanks. And I'm supposed to hit the like button, and that will make it, whatever. Thanks. Have a great Wednesday.